If I could just remind everybody to turn their microphones on. I think we had a couple last time that weren't on. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Need to approve the agenda as presented.
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, moving on to the consent agenda, we need to approve that.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving right along. Do we have any audience delegations?
Look, but I don't think so.
I would say no.
Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Say audience participation.
No.
Audience delegations.
Delegates.
Yep, I think you're coming up later, Lawrence.
Okay.
Almost.
Didn't want to miss my talk.
We'll get you. Hey, student recognition.
Okay, it's one of my favorite parts of the job right here. I have with us our two September Students of the Month, Harrisville High School. Come on up, you two. I have Jaden Osborne and Carson Crowley. Jaden is involved in SAD, Key Club, Bright Futures, soccer, NHS, drama, Peer Helpers, FCA, and this year she has taken on an internship with Mrs. Filer doing some communication.
Nice.
We'll talk later. After high school, she plans on attending Southwest Baptist University. She told me that she's undecided on her major as of right now. She said that the best thing about high school is that she's really enjoyed being involved with FCA and the fellowship with her peers in FCA. I asked her about three of her teachers that have made an impact on her. She said she gave me Mr. K, Mrs. Ellsworth, and Mr. Bliss. Mr. Bliss said Jaden is an amazing young woman who's very hardworking, driven, and cordial to not only the staff at HHS, but everyone she comes in contact with. Being named Student of the Month for September is a well-deserved honor for her. And Mr. K said that Jaden is in my advisory, so I've seen her almost every school week since her freshman year. She's one of the hardest working students I know, and she always tries to maintain a positive attitude and treats everyone with respect and kindness. And then Mrs. Ellsworth said that Jaden Osborne is one of those students who has excelled by leaps and bounds. When I first had the privilege of working with her during her junior year, she shared with me her concern with taking an AP writing class. Much to her surprise, but not mine, she earned college credit as her hard work paid off. As I already knew, Jaden is well on her way to success in all things attempted. Of course, she's Student of the Month. Way to go, Jaden. And then Carson Crowley, our male Student of the Month. Carson's involved in football, baseball, FCA, FBLA, and Key Club. His plans after high school are to attend the University of Kansas and major in accounting. He told me that his favorite part of high school has been making all the friendships that he has. And when I asked him about his three teachers that have had an impact on him, he gave me Dr. Hoffman, Mr. K, and Mrs. Joseph. No surprise, two math teachers there with the accounting. Mr. K said that Carson is a fine young man he's as fine a young man as I've encountered in my years of teaching. He's a role model both in and out of the classroom. Mrs. Joseph said that Carson's an outstanding individual. He's the kind of student that you look forward to having in class. Carson took college algebra with me during his junior year and was at the top of his class. I wish him the best with all that his future holds, even though he chose KU. And then Dr. Hoffman said that Carson's an outstanding person academically and socially. He's very focused on his studies. Carson took a dual credit college chemistry class with me last year. He met every challenge and excelled at them. Socially, Carson is a top-notch, too. He's strong moral principles. Carson is a longtime friend of my daughter and a mentor to my freshman son. Even though Carson is going to be a Jayhawk, and I'm a tried and true K-State Wildcat, I wish him all the best in his college and his subsequent career. Students of the Month, Jaden Osborne, Carson Crowley.
two are, of course, welcome to stay if you would like, but you can also leave. Thank you. Good job, guys.
Notice nobody ever stays. We offer every time, too, don't we?
And before he sat down, he had that look like, should I? I'm going. All right, MSBA delegate report.
This is on the agenda. I hope each of you had a chance to read through it. Since I am the delegate and have to go cast our votes, I wanted to get your guys' input if you had some specific areas. So if you do tonight, great. If not, before, is it next week already? Yeah, before next week, make sure you touch base with me if there's something that you think
You should vote no on.
I'm at the board's pleasure.
Oh, be careful, Doug. All right, partner organization, the Harrisonville Public School Foundation.
Bingo.
That would be.
I always feel intimidated when Jill's here and I'm making this report because, she should be the one that's making it instead of me, but we'll wade through this and get it done. So anyway, we did a couple of big fundraisers this past weekend. Two of our largest ones, of course, we had the golf tournament and the 5K walk run. And we think that we had 60 participants in the 5K walk run. We estimate we're going to get about $1,500 out of that fundraising activity. Our golf tournament, we had about 60 golfers and about $6,000 profit in that. So we've got some good money coming in so that we can use that to further the education and needs for the school district through the foundation. So also we have a longtime major saver discount card sales fundraiser. That's a tongue twister. But we split that money 50-50 between the schools, and this last year we raised $14,456 to be split among the foundation and the schools. The employees, or the school teachers and staff and employees, all give toward our foundation contribution program, and we get about $320 a month through those donations. So, close to $4,000 a year that we'll get out of that as well. Some of our continuing programs are the teacher grant program, and twice a year teachers can apply for up to $1,000 to benefit their teaching program in school classrooms and so forth. The advanced degree teacher reimbursement program, of course, the teachers that try to go and do get advanced degrees, they can apply for reimbursement, and since 2008 we've given back $33,000. So that's a good amount of money coming back to the school district there. Just a little while back, a few weeks ago, we gave our new teachers a $100 Amazon gift card so that they can use to start their new classrooms. We gave out 6 of those, so about $600 there. In May, we present the Excellence in Academic Scholarships in the amount of $500 each, and this past May, we presented 16 seniors with these scholarships. So do the math there, that's a good little bit of money that we put out there. We also oversee and manage the family scholarships. This year in May, we presented $26,000 in family scholarships that families have either donated the actual scholarship or have endowed their scholarship so that the interest can provide scholarships in May for graduating seniors. Maria Derner, our 2019, you probably know that last name. I butchered it, didn't I?
No.
What was it?
Right.
Is that right?
Derner. Yep.
Okay. She received a $500 grant from the foundation as being the Educator of the Year. So it's more of the money that goes back. Our Wall of Fame induction, we had to reschedule it from February due to the snow, but we just got that done here on September the 6th. We inducted our 52nd alumni to the wall, which was Denise Davidson, and the nominations for next year are due on October 31st. I tell you who's in the foundation, you may not know, but we have myself, Susan Holden as Vice President, Tricia Alexander as Secretary, Susan Lockhart is our treasurer. Virginia Ackerson is trustee. Darrell Bohannon is trustee. Brent Carruthers, trustee. Kara Costner, trustee. John Crowley, trustee. Was that his son?
It was.
Great. Robin Kreinecke, trustee. Jeannie Middahl, trustee. Alice Roach, trustee. Dr. Sarah Sims, trustee. Paul Minching is our superintendent there, and Bing is our representative from you all on the board. So that's who is at our board meetings every Tuesday morning, or the second Tuesday of every month at 7:30 in the morning. I know that's not early for you guys because you're on track on school, but for me, that's early. Final note, a lot of times we talk about our bright futures, and they just got their own 501(c) designation. So no longer is their money going to be funneling through the foundation. They'll have their own. So those funds are separated from the foundation at this time. So that was my speech. Do you guys have any questions, though, that I didn't cover? Jill always does a fantastic job of covering every single thing you would want to know about the foundation. So I don't expect any questions, but if you did, great. Thanks.
Thank you for everything you do.
And if you
I'll-
don't have to stay.
I'll say the same to you, Lawrence. You're welcome to stay, but if you would like to go, that's all right, too.
You know, I need to talk to Doug, so I'm going to stay.
Just going to hang out. Very good. All right, we're moving on to the monthly information items. Got the principals report, enrollment report, expenditure report, and revenue report. Anybody have any questions or comments on any of these? Okay, very good. I have to say again, I like getting the principals' reports. Very much.
I guess I do have one question. Have very many students taken advantage of that ICU program that you've started?
We've got about 6 or 7 right now that are being pulled for stuff.
So it's a different teacher in there
Every
hour?
Mhm.
So they just go in on their free time and,
Well, once grades are monitored, we seek them out.
oh, I see.
Hey,
Okay.
you're missing assignments, come with me.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Proactive. That's awesome. Thanks.
Assessment and evaluation of district programs.
Okay, August was not a very eventful month either, since we're just the second month into the year. But I will mention that the revenues received in delinquent taxes have reached half of our budget already, which kind of suggests that people are paying their property taxes when they renew their tags, or that's the every other year, and it's just unusual that we would be that much into budget this early. So. And the monies that you saw recorded in the title accounts, those are that was the final expenditure report from last year. So there's some monies already recorded there, but those are carryovers from last year. And that is common. That's what we do to finish up the year each year. The ending projected fund balance percentage is 24.34, and our cash and investments are $7.6 million.
Good. Any questions? All right. Moving on to the CSIP.
So, I guess I don't know if we want to start calling this the strategic plan time or not, but so.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so yesterday we were glad to hold our first strategic planning meeting. We provided some background data. I appreciate those that were able to attend, and it's kind of just feed people a lot of data basically, so that they have background and have time to process that data before we ask them to make decisions on what they feel is the most important. And so the next phase of the strategic planning process is the survey piece, and Jill's been working hard on the survey, and we've got input from the people that were at the meeting, and Friday is the deadline for input on the survey. And then we will issue the survey starting next week, to our internal stakeholders, which is our staff. And then something that Jill came up with that I think is a great idea. October 12th is a Saturday. we are going to canvass the neighborhoods and try to get survey responses from our community. So we're going to try to hit as many places and people as we can, and it's hopefully a short survey with 4 guiding questions based on the Baldrige model, and we're going to go 2 by 2 and try to just get that confidence interval up so that we can get as accurate of data as possible. But I think it's a good idea and gets our face in the community and let them know how much we care about their opinions, and so may just be Jill and I don't know. we're seeking volunteers, so you can mark your calendars for October 12th. That's what we're looking for. Susan already backed out on me, so
When we have an intern that's
she's
helping
having a
Jill,
wedding. I don't know what that
there'll at least be 3 of you.
So anyway, so we're excited about the process, and I think it's going in a good direction. We had a lot of positive comments last night, and good input. So
With that, Paul, if I can, last night or there was discussion about if you do that, will we be able to have an iPad or something and you can take it right there?
You can take it offline, and then once you connect to the internet, it will download all the responses. I'm thinking we're going to do it multiple ways. We'll probably have paper copies too that people could fill out just as paper if they don't want to do it on the iPad, and then we could enter the results for them. We are going to try to target a little bit if we can
Right.
neighborhoods with households that don't have children in our schools, because we can get our parents and we can get our staff members, but we have a hard time getting information from our community. So we're going to try to do a little research and targeting for households that don't have kids in our schools. We can get that done.
So once the survey results come in, the committee will meet again and process the results and try to narrow those focuses down. We're looking for 3 focus areas, and we'll progress from there. But we're excited about the process and the questions and thoughts of people last night were good. So that's where we're going.
Paul, quick question. I know we had some scheduling conflicts. How close did we come to the invited list? Just showed up. What was our?
We had several that I didn't hear from. I'm going to personally contact them and see if we can get some more community people at the next meeting.
Okay. Good.
And well, I know the city representatives weren't able to be there last
Right.
night, so we're
corrected
trying to
that.
we're trying to move our schedule around.
Would
So.
have rather been with you.
Well, you took care of Halloween.
Meeting's going to be.
Yeah,
The 28th. So we thought about the 21st and contacted Judy, and that's a city meeting, so we moved it to the 28th. So
September 28th.
October
October 28th is the next meeting. So. No, we want your input. We think that's valuable. We can't build a community without the city.
November 25th for the next one.
Softball will definitely be over in November.
I think so.
Okay.
Deer season.
Deer by then, Doug. Good
Where's
deer
your
by then.
priority?
Good deer by then.
Where's your priority?
Okay. Any other
Kids or
comments
deer?
or questions about that?
Deer stand.
Okay. Very good. We will move on to the CCC burn tower. We need a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the contract for the construction of the fire rescue tower training facility at Cass Career Center to Custom Container Living, Inc. in the amount of $68,850.
Second.
Can you explain what we are doing here?
So the container we had approved, was it June?
April.
Okay.
April.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, there it is in April. I can't read apparently, but it was in April. But it did not include prevailing wage
Right.
in that contract. So when we sent that to the attorney, they fired it back and said, we needed to make those alterations. So
But then you state that it doesn't need to be only projects over 75,000 must include prevailing wage. This isn't over 75,000.
This is just the containers in it.
It originally was.
The original one was?
Yeah.
It was 80.
So we're
86.
trying to back it down from that to do that. So.
Gotcha. Because it's the same outfit.
Yes.
And they're just stacking containers.
Redid the scope to.
I mean, I know.
We want to see, yes.
Have a little
model,
job, Joelle.
model.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because I knew some people would have hard time
Oh,
visualizing it.
because,
so it's
yeah.
east to west. And
And there, I knew there were 5, and I'm like, okay, they're just stacking. It's not like, okay.
we did
Thank you.
pare it down some to get it down where it needed to be cost-wise.
I like that.
$85,000.
Oh, it was.
Thanks.
I didn't
Wasn't
go
there a
back.
grant or something involved with it too?
Yes, there was a grant.
Very nice. That seems
How does this affect that grant? Does the grant get more money put into it or less?
Oh, 'cause
No,
it's
the grant was a set amount, and
Okay.
so we will have to.
Well, let us know when they start this, because I think it'll be very interesting to watch the process of stacking with
Well, that's,
big pieces of equipment.
I see it like big Legos,
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
very excited. A lot of programs will benefit.
Very good.
it's very, very cool.
So, Jason, did I understand you to say we changed the scope?
Well, that's what the size of it or whatever. You just redid some, pared it down to be underneath
get under
the.
that number.
To get in that
gotcha.
number.
Okay.
And then the grant stayed the same, so
Right.
now we have extra money, even though we've got to pay more for this prevailing wage.
No, we don't have.
We don't have to pay.
Oh, we don't have to pay.
No,
prevailing
because they got
wage.
it
Okay.
under the 75,000.
About 12,000 less.
Perfect.
Or so.
Prevailing.
Okay, any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Wow. We need a motion to adjourn. It feels wrong, but let's do it.
Oh, it does.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Good night, ladies and gentlemen.